Okay, I'm going to demonstrate exercise or practice exercise um, 8.1, which is a chi-square goodness of fit. And so the data set I have pulled up here is from practice data set 2, which was in Appendix B. And so we are specifically for this exercise looking at the data for classify. And so in values, we have 1 is clerical, 2 is technical, and 3 is professional. So we have those values and categories or labels entered correctly. We also want to make sure that the measure is set to nominal as well. Okay, we can go to the data view, and data view is going to look like this here. And again, we're looking at the data here that says classify. So to run the goodness of fit or chi-square goodness of fit, we go to analyze, we go to non-parametric tests, and then we select one sample. Okay, if we go to objective, we can do automatically compare observed data to hypothesized. We could also do customized analysis, but for the sake of the assignment, let's just do automatically compare. We would go to fields, and we would bump over classify. We would then go to settings, and we would click on customize tests. We would click on compare observed probabilities to hypothesized. So that's the chi-square test. So we would click options. We would click on customize expected probabilities. And so when I first did this, these were blank. So what I did is I double clicked on category. I entered 1. I pushed the down arrow. I entered 2. I pushed the down arrow. And I entered 3. I pushed the down arrow. Then I went over to relative frequencies. I double clicked under there. And now our practice exercise prompts us to put our relative percentages, which is our frequencies, at 20%, 50%, and 30%. And again, I'm just entering the number and hitting the down arrow. Okay, so that's our category values is 1, 2, and 3, and our relative frequency values are 20, 50, and 30. So now we can hit OK, and then we can hit run. I'm going to just make sure we reshare. There we go. So now we can see here that the categories, or there's the null hypothesis, the category of classify occur with the specialized or specified probabilities. So the significance level is set at 0.05. We did a 1 sample chi-squared, and the significance is 0.211. Okay. So we would retain the null hypothesis. So now we can compare what is in the back of the book here. So if we go to page 234, we can just double check. Okay, we should have a total sample size or a total N of 12. Okay, we have the test statistic at 3.111. Our degrees of freedom are 2. That here, okay. Our significance or two-sided significance is 0.211. Okay, so we can double check our frequencies here. So clerical, the blue one is 4. The other one, or the green one, is looks like 2.5. Technical is 3. And 6, and professional is 5 and 3.5. So we can just double check. That looks like that's correct. from the back of the book. And then our categorical field or classify. Okay, clerical, technical, and professional. So again, we're double checking. Clerical is 4, technical is 3, and professional is 5. Okay, so looks like the output matches what's in the back of the book. And so we would word that a chi-squared goodness of fit test was calculated to determine if the sample fit with the hypothesized distribution of 20% clerical, 50% technical, and 30% professional. So there was no significant deviation from the hypothesized values. Okay, and so it shows you here how you would write your chi-squared. The observed distribution did not vary significantly from the hypothesized values. Okay, and again, we saw that p-value was greater than 0.05, so there's no significance between what's observed and what was expected. All right, so I hope that makes sense.